Welcome to the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage, where rude mechanicals do magic. Hello, I'm Bronze Age, Director of the Secret Underground Laboratory Recovery and Salvage. And somebody's knocking at the door because the doorbell's broken. Now, troubleshooting wireless doorbell systems is pretty straightforward. This is the door switch part of it. You simply pop it open and it'll change the battery. And of course, that's not going to make any difference. So you go to the bell module up on the wall, change the batteries there. It's not going to make a difference. And you can look at the back of it, see what we got here. A lot of stuff that you're not going to find at any hardware store, and if you could, you're not going to be able to replace it without destroying the whole thing anyway. So the last step of troubleshooting is to go buy another doorbell. Of course, I bought a bunch of these, and I was trying to figure out why do they not last very long? What goes on? Then I realized it was a problem of incompatibility. The building we're in was built in 1950, and all of these things are so modern they simply just don't fit. So I had to come up with a new plan, a doorbell system that was more compatible with where I'm going to use it. And what I came up with was a bell. Now, besides the bell, I will need a switch momentarily on. I will need a transformer and some wire and some various pieces of electrical hardware. Now, the way this works, the bell is actually operated by these two little 12-volt coils. And since all the electricity in America is 110, because we don't know any better, that's a whole different kind of story, we have to have a transformer, which, surprisingly enough, transforms the 110 volts into 12 volts. And that's what we're running. What do you think about that, Rui? Rui, do not chew electrical cords. That will make you a dead kitty. We can't have that. You've got work to do. And I do too. You do your work over there. We're going to make a mock-up of the system, starting with the switch, which gets wired in like this. And this is a 100-foot roll of wire, and I'm using it like this so I know that after I run the real circuit, I won't lose so much power to the resistance of the wire. This is hooked up to the actual bell. And we put this right here. And the real installation, these connections will be soldered. I do not use wire nuts for any kind of lighting applications. And I'm using a lamp cord right here as a power supply. Which of course right now is unplugged. And let's see if anything blows up. So far so good. Now, proof of concept, it actually works. So now all I have to do is figure out how to put it in this building. There was a day-long thunderstorm when I was filming this part, and with the rain, the thunder, and the traffic noise, there was no point trying to talk while I recorded. One thing I really appreciate about the new lab is it's all indoors. At the old lab, all the big machines, like the table saw and the drill press, were under a shed. This kept them out of the sun and the rain, while a day like today, everything still got wet. First, I'll drill a hole in the door frame large enough to install the switch, and then the hole for the switch. The wires are going to run through the ceiling, conveniently close to the exit lamp. So after drilling a few more access holes, I'll run the fish tape down the door rail and use it to pull the mechanics wire up to the ceiling. The mechanics wire pulls the bell wire back down into the door. With the bell wire pulled down to the door frame, I'll wire the switch and seal the connections with duct tape to protect it from moisture. It goes in with a little bit of fiddling. This hole will be covered with a small plate. All the floor-level work is finished, and now everything happens at the top of a ladder. The exit lamp electrical service is over the door, so this is a convenient place to put the transformer. Exit lamps have an internal battery, so you can find the door when the power fails. This means you have a light that stays on when the power is off. I like to test the circuit when it's on, just to be sure the tester is working. The spotlights show that it's switched to battery power, but I like to see the wire test hot first, so I know it's really off when it shows a dead circuit. Now it's safe to wire in the transformer to the 110 power input and the bell wire to the 12 volt output. After all the connections are made and sealed, I can close the box, and now it's time to pull the bell wire through the ceiling all the way to the lab. The electric doorbell was invented in 1831 by some American. It didn't catch on very well because, like today's wireless doorbells, they depended on batteries. And I suspect that when the batteries went dead, you replaced them, the doorbell still didn't work. Some things never change. In 1913, this particular system with the transformer, which took line current down to a reasonable 12 volts, so that very lightweight, low voltage wires could be run down through the door trim. And bells like this were fairly cheap, and so that was the standard for doorbells in the United States and North America, and probably across the world for the next 100 years or so. What the next 100 years has in store for doorbells, as far as smart technology, wireless, cameras, doorbells that may open the door for you, who knows. But in any case, this is Bronze Age for the Secret Underground Laboratory. Thanking you for watching this video, and do appreciate it. Wish you would like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and certainly comment any questions. We'll be back in another video pretty soon. Thank you.